So now you finish out the season. Obviously, you know that you're hurt, but you had a pretty respectable season in Denmark. A lot of people don't know. Dudes don't average 10-10 in Europe, like nowhere. Like it just doesn't happen. If a dude averages 6-5, dude average 7-5, he had a pretty good year that year. So I want to ask, like, did you have any interest, like, from other clubs and stuff?
Yeah. That was like limited minutes, and then also like being injured.
Mm-hmm.
Like I did that. Those numbers is on a partially torn ACL. You know what I'm saying? So, I know if I work my way back, like, you know, the 100%, numbers would definitely be better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I stand like where I stand right now. I got mixed feelings about a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really. I'm thinking a lot of things up on my journey right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm finding myself. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at on my journey. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. So like, was any after the season that ended, outside of people knowing about your injury and maybe wanting to fall back off of you or whatever, any other clubs reached out to your agent?
Oh yeah. No, it's clubs that reached out to me. I ended up signing with a different agent because my agent didn't find me a deal.
Yeah.
The year I was out, you know what I'm saying. So I ended up finding. I actually signed without an agent. My old team picked me back up. Ended up signing with an agent while I was there.
Oh.
So now that agent was the one that was going to set me up to after the season to make strides in my career. You know what I'm saying?
Who were y'all hearing from?
I mean, he was telling me it'll be a good situation if I did. From there, I just looking into like third league France.
Yeah.
He was saying stuff like that. He was saying other clubs in my league. He was saying
who's the big bad club in Denmark, first division? Like, it's always like one of those clubs.
I mean, you got Bach and Bears. You know, we made it to the Final Four. We made it to the Final Four.
2022 season.
Yeah. The only reason, like, a lot of like the big clubs wasn't really on me because my numbers wasn't crazy. It wasn't crazy. They were like, it was interest there, but they just like, yo, your numbers got to be better. The reality check, you got to accept those things. So, he was saying just go to possibly a third league France with my Cotonou, you know, put on.
Yeah.
It's also like a valid situation, and then
get
some notoriety to show like, yo, you could hoop there, and then now you're looking at second.
Yeah. Then
work your way to first, and then everybody's at a different place on their journey. Everybody's story is different. It's dudes that been healthy their whole career. Like, I'm not trying to compete with any of the. I accept like where I'm at on my journey.
What did you know about being a Cotonou when you was a senior in college, or like finishing?
I didn't know nothing about that stuff. I didn't know like that could open up doors for you because I was there with being a Cotonou player.
Did you already have your Guinea passport?
Nah, I worked on all.
You had to work on.
They put me on later. And I worked on all of those stuff later, like before going overseas. So that was a process. But you see, like, yo, it holds weight.
It holds super weight. You actually. I try to tell people all the time. You actually have mathematically in most leagues, you have 150% better chance of getting a job because most leagues is 2 to 5 of Cotonous versus Americans.
Nah, that's a fact. And then you got two Americans to a team. You know what I'm saying? And you limiting your options.
With that American passport, but all of a sudden you got a Cotonou, whether you were from any of the African nations, any of the Pacific nations. What a lot of people don't know, there's a country called Vanuatu in the Pacific, where that's considered a Cotonou, and you could get citizenship from them for 100 bands. Like,
that's
you're
crazy.
a citizen there.
That's official.
Yeah.
But it definitely opened up more options and opportunity for you. So that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough for sure.
Got you. So I want to rewind real quick as we wind down on the interview. You mentioned you played with the city. Did you get to play with Donovan and
not
Eric?
Yeah. I played for the older team. So So that they had a monster team. Like, they
gotcha. But so you did have front row seats to that.
Like we they was putting on in their age group. I was 17. I was playing 17U at the time, and they were 16. doing their thing. It was Donovan, Eric, and then Mike Will and Wolfie and all them other dudes. They had a solid team. So
now, let me ask you this. Obviously, Donovan is who he is today, and he was a big time player in high school. But he was a big time player primarily off of effort, athleticism, strength, basically a line driver. Getting buckets in transition and getting buckets slashing from the perimeter straight to the rim.
Yeah.
Most people will say, yo, I thought he was going to be this, that, and the third. But when people have real honest conversations, no one thought he would be just 2 years in college and, yo, I'm a lottery pick after 2 years in college. Because his game didn't appear that way as a senior in high school or even as a junior in high school. What do you got to say about that and like with the amount of distance he's covered from? This last time you might have seen him play was 2014 summer or something, 2013 summer. The amount of distance you've seen him
honestly
cover.
It's work. Honestly, like seeing because I didn't really see it myself, to be honest, but
I didn't see it either.
Yeah, to be honest, but I feel like that just makes his story that much better.
Absolutely,
the fact that you can prove the doubters wrong and show like, yo, it's all work. And you see what he's doing right now in the league.
I think something else and I know you've been around him, so you could even attest to this. He's a good kid, bro. Like a great kid, family.
From what I see,
great family, all of that.
Coach Mackey and all of them dudes speak highly of him and stuff like that. So. And
I think
my boy also cuts his hair too, John. So he always saying good things about him too. So
I think it definitely played a role in the certain things going in his favor as well, and coaches giving him certain opportunities. Like, bro, it's hard to play for Rick Pitino, man. It's hard to get a leash under Rick Pitino, bro. But being a worker and having that kind of respectful and mentality and that grace about him. It's done wonders for that young man's life, man.
That's a fact. And it's all work, man. Just show all the kids, the youth, the dudes, all the kids coming up.
Most def.
Yo, lock in and believe in yourself. Honestly, believe in yourself. Honestly, I wouldn't have been able to accomplish all the things that I was able to now if I didn't believe in myself. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, every story is, you're going to have bumps in the road, It's unfortunate I had injuries and all of these things, but, embrace your story and just go hard, Believe in yourself, stay focused, and, keep a good circle around you. Work, and then, just evaluate your situation and, just make the right decision. And I feel like, that's this, I'm a private person. I don't even really, talk about my life or, really open up to people too much. But if it can help the youth and, at the same time, if it's a way to give back to the community and, me and you, we go way back too as well. So, off the strength, I'm always show love, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.